What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Duran Duran. And we're back to catch up on something that I had talked about doing months ago, and that Izzy brought to my attention never happened, which is to say, the album Big Thing, 1988, a tune I've come to enjoy a great deal, even though I enjoyed it in the moment. It's become one of my favorites on the album, All She Wants Is. I reacted to a master mix of that, and at the time I remember saying, and as Izzy recently pointed out to me, I talked about reacting to a Eurohouse remix that I saw included in, I think, the same extra bits and bobs from Big Thing. And then recently, as I said, it was brought to my attention that I never actually went back and did that. So that's what we're here to do. We're going to listen to All She Wants Is. Is there a specific designation behind or other than Eurohouse? No, it's just the Eurohouse mix. And yeah, ultimately, I enjoy the original, not only because it has a deep sort of groove, it has a sultry nature a little bit, which seems to fit with the themes at play. And yeah, I enjoy the edge to it, so hearing it in a Eurohouse format, I imagine, again, it's going to be more of a dance floor-oriented tune rather than kind of the emotionally rich and sort of, as I said, type of sultry tune of the original. So yeah, ultimately I'm curious to hear how it'll sound. I did notice when I queued it up, which I don't always catch this, but I did notice it's over 7 minutes long, so we'll get straight to it. This is Duran Duran, All She Wants Is, the Eurohouse mix. Oh, I love those. Oh. Of course, in the moment I'm gonna forget, but there's a Depeche track, an early Depeche track, which has that sort of warped brass type of sound. When I hear it, it sort of feels like a Pet Shop Boys tune. That pad synth.
Spend your money on the corner now. You know you gotta save some for the shoe shine boy. You've been pulling them by the hand inside. Let's see all your toys. You need to have a night. Just stick around. You're gonna feel it. What do you care? What do you dare? What does your heart say now?
Oh, Phil. I love that, like, backward sound.
Divine intervention couldn't keep the word from leaking out. With your pleasure and suspension, not to mention what you're hanging around. You need to
I love those sort of synth orchestral hits.
What do you care? What do you dare? What does your heart say now?
All she wants is. All she wants is.
Could see some major breakdancing and/or pop locking happening to this, which I suppose the latter is like a subtype of the former.
That's mine.
Oh, I like that. I like when it got a little more stripped down and isolated on this part. Oh, the layering here is great. There's that. God, what is the name of the Depeche tune which has a sound like that at the beginning? It changes quickly, but. Sounds like brass which has been strangled. Oof. Some tribal rhythms. And that's again another moment where I kind of feel a bit of a Pet Shop Boys vibe with that snare roll. Certainly sounds like they're having fun. Sounds like a lot of work going on. Feeling the groove now. Kind of a jazzy feel. The woodpecker layer. Very tinny, kind of metallic, melodic flavor. Ugh. I love that. I like the way it transitioned to this more, not stripped down, but focused section. Less, different layers bouncing around everywhere. That in-breath exclamation makes me, it like feels like someone dropped like a tray of tea or something. It has that feel to it. But yeah, I enjoy the elements from the original, but I enjoy all the different sequencing and again, more dance floor oriented feel of this one. And yeah, it feels like a proper Eurohouse tune, which again, acid house and the house music before, let's say like 92 or 93, I don't know it as well as I know music that came after that, including in the house genre. Like Hard Floor I've talked about before. They got going in 93 and they're one of the most famous, at least like in the rave scene. I don't know about like in more popular music, but in the rave scene, they're one of the biggest acid house acts. So yeah, I know a bit about house, but not as much as say trance and techno. But again, like, even if this wasn't a remix of a Duran tune, I would find this to be a very compelling late 80s Eurohouse type of track. So yeah, I enjoy it sonically and from a dance floor perspective, and I also enjoy it because it's a remix of a tune I've come to love a great deal from the Duran album Big Thing. So yeah, cool all around. Once again, shout out to Izzy, shout out to Philip, who you know, not only has shared so much music, but the folder, the larger folder from which he's given, or to which he's given me access, it's keyword searchable, and it was literally like, oh right, I did forget to react to that Eurohouse one. Let me go to the drive and type in Eurohouse, and boom, there it is. So yeah, shout out to Philip for making material available in a very organized and convenient way, as well as to Izzy once again for bringing this back onto my radar after, you know, I had talked about doing it literally, I don't know, 5 months ago. Like, it was a while ago. So yeah, it's cool to go back and do that. And yeah, let me know if there's another, you know, remix of a Duran tune that I've yet to get around to, or maybe I mentioned before. Again, I'm going to keep going through some of these live concerts. I was originally, before this was brought to my attention, there was going to be a Duran reaction tonight, but it was going to be too much information from the Unplugged performance. So all things staying as they are, or as I think they may play out in the next few days, that will probably be my next Duran reaction, is to too much information at Unplugged. And again, we'll go back to more of the other live concerts, you know, Madison Square Garden, San Diego, Rio. So yeah, more to go with live Duran, but I think that'll probably be the next step. And admittedly, like, in the next few weeks, I have to prepare for a guest lecture I'm giving in the middle of April, so you know, videos will continue to come out, but there might be a couple weeks stretch where I really have to buckle down and prepare this lecture, and in that case, I'm guessing during those couple weeks there'll be a slower flow, again, maybe 4 to 5 videos a day instead of the usual, I don't know, 10 to 12 or whatever. So yeah, ultimately, you know, just giving you a heads up for that. It probably won't be until the next week or the week after that. But at some point later this month, there's going to be a slightly reduced flow for a couple weeks, just while I make sure that I'm prepared for an academic endeavor I have in the future, which I do have to mention. You know, someone had talked about it in another reaction where I mentioned this. My plan is to, like, record the lecture, not that anyone would necessarily be interested in hearing me talk about anthropological influences on the genre or the field of professional historical study, but that is what I will be talking about. I'm probably going to make a video for it. So yeah, again, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, maybe by the end of April you'll see that video come up. In the meantime, as I said, there'll be more Duran, you know, little side dives that we're doing for some of the live performances. And as I said, look forward to Too Much Information, the acoustic instrumental, or not instrumental, acoustic unplugged performance next time. Anyway, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.